Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It's Boxing Day as I'm doing this reading, and I hope that you all had a wonderful Christmas, peaceful, happy, and that you're all well rested and settled and enjoying yourselves. And I certainly had a lovely Christmas, very peaceful and well rested, and looking forward to this last week of the year. And it was interesting, of course, to see the royals in action, the carols, the King's speech, and of course, last but not least, the walk to and from the church at Sandringham. And wasn't it lovely? It was really heartwarming. I thought the King's speech was lovely, and I thought also that the family interaction on that walk was just wonderful, especially little Mia, Tyndall and Prince and Louis. I thought it was just too cute for words, but it showed how close they all are, how comfortable they all are with each other, how normal they are really, and the way that they interacted, how well the Wales and Tyndall families get on, and how unneeded the two in Montecito really are at this point. And it must have been quite galling for them to see all of this, even Fergie giddy with delight on that walk, and the crowd very kind, very generous, very supporting of all of the royals who were there, all of them of course, apart from the two in Montecito. So we're going to have a little look, bird's eye view with the cute ghost tarot, because really they were ghosts. They weren't mentioned in the speech. The King's speech focused on service and selflessness and doing unto others as you would have them do unto you, and all of that good Christian stuff, and pointedly excluded the Parkles, only working royals shown in video footage while the speech was being read. And how did it feel for the Parkles? How were they over Christmas? Mood over Christmas? How did it feel to see the families interacting, so happy, the children in particular? How did it feel listening to the King's speech? Because I'm sure that they did. Not to be mentioned, not to be shown, no photos, no mention, not even a nod to the ones overseas. And any homesickness, any sense that they would really like to be there. We'll do them separately in a little Harry on the left of the fork and Meghan on the right of the fork, and see how their responses might echo each other, mirror each other, or be different. And I think we've warmed up. I'm a little bit out of practice. Been away from the tarot table for a couple of days. And let's see what the cute ghost tarot has to tell us about the mood in Montecito, how they felt watching the family interact, especially the children, when their own children are more or less invisible and unknown, how they felt watching the King's speech, and homesickness, desire to be there, desire to return. How is that going? There are the cards. Six of Swords. That's the overseas card. That's the, well, we've gone. We've left all of that behind. That's the underlying energy of this reading. That's no longer our world. We're looking at it from far, far away, really. That's what that card is telling me. There might be a desire to return, and I say that because the next card is the Tower in reverse. That, and I'm going to leave it out there. That the Tower in reverse is a desire to rebuild, and we've heard endlessly that their theme for next year is going to be redemption, and we'll have to look at that when I have the stomach for it. They're attempted at redemption, but there it is. We're far, far away, but that little far, far away ghost is looking wistfully back over his shoulder at what he's left behind. Interestingly, it's not normally what you see in the Six of Swords, Six of Blades, and the Tower in reverse next to it, trying to rebuild something that has fallen down. The situation that we're dealing with, Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, that is to do, of course, with one's support and generosity, and especially embodied in a female energy, the Queen of Coins. There were, of course, quite a few there on display, most notably Catherine, but also Sophie. and just that steady, loyal, devoted support that comes from female energy. It's the good wife traditionally in tarot. One has to tread carefully around things like that now, absurdly. But it is that energy. It's someone who does their duty, someone who's generous, kind-hearted, loyal, supportive. And that's the energy that we saw on display throughout all of that. Everybody playing their part, everybody looking after everyone else, making sure that the children felt comfortable, reassured. There was lots of reassuring kind of moments with the family and the children. It was very interesting to watch, and that is Queen of Coins energy. It's not for me either of the Parkles energy. It's observing that. So how did they feel? What was their mood? Harry on the left, Meghan on the right. General mood over Christmas. How's he feeling? 5 of Cups. I'm not surprised to see that card. That's the card of regret, of sorrow, of being very focused on one's own misery, self-pity. It can be a 5 of Cups, can be about self-pity. Very fixated on your sense of grievance, on what you've lost, but also feeling regretful about the things that you have lost, wishing that you could be there, I would say, with that 5 of Cups. So Harry not happy over Christmas. Meghan, her general mood over the past few days. The 4 of Sticks, that's the 4 of Wands. That is very focused on creating this image of the perfect couple. That's why we had to see that blurry video footage of the family in Costa Rica looking like the happy family, the children, the couple together, despite the rumors that Harry wasn't around for long. And despite a lot of mystery about the children, that no sign of Archie and that very blonde child who looked like wrong age, looked uncomfortable in Meghan's embrace, all of that. But never mind that. Appearances, I would say, with that 4 of Sticks, for me, this is keeping up appearances, maintaining the illusion of the happy family. We're having our turkey, we're cooking, we're playing games, we're decorating the tree. We heard all of that nonsense in one of those puff pieces that the Parkles seemed to put out. There was nothing unique about it, original, interesting about it. It was really generic. Anyone's Christmas. It could have been describing anyone's Christmas, but that's allegedly what they were doing. Happy at home, the 4 of them. I think there is the truth. The 5 of Cups, Harry's energy. And of course I forgot to say that this is just tarot and all speculation, all my opinion, and just reading energy. And disclaimer in the box below. You can tell I'm out of practice, but there is the disclaimer in the box below, of course. Let's have a look at how they felt watching the family interact, and particularly the children. How does Harry feel watching that? Knowing his children are left out of that, will probably never do that, and this is terrible. This is a catastrophe for him. It's the 10 of Sticks in reverse. It's a terrible, terrible loneliness, a terrible burden, feeling really alienated, feeling very heavy, very depressed. It's almost intolerable, the energy that's coming off that card. I can't anymore. This is all too heavy. It's all too terrible. I need to be able to put this burden down. I want to put this burden down. Meghan, how did she feel watching that and knowing her children left out of that, she and Harry left out of that? How did that go for her? The Sun. Doesn't matter, because she's focused on her own notoriety, her own fame, her own fortune, her own celebrity. Very clear for me in the readings that I do that her interest in the children is in terms of their fame and their celebrity, and how that can be, in my opinion, exploited. She doesn't care, because she wouldn't have been the center of attention there. And there have been quite a few articles coming out in recent days about how it would never have worked with her personality as a working member of the royal family, because she would always be second to Catherine, and she couldn't deal with that, and that's why she had to go. Quite a few opinion pieces coming out to that effect. And this, the Sun card, confirms that for me, that she would not have been happy there. She would have wanted to be the center of attention. Catherine clearly was. That's why we have the Queen of Coins there. Catherine really was the center of attention. everyone else was playing some kind of supportive role for her. Even the wonderful Lieutenant Colonel Johnny Thompson was keeping a protective eye on her, lucky girl, and it wouldn't have worked for Megan. So she doesn't care, not interested. Her children, her life, her fame and fortune, her priority. In her own way, she's going to manifest it for herself. We're still waiting to see how. Hopefully in January we will get some idea more than her latest quite pitiful attempts to put herself forward that have been, as I say, really pitiful. Let's see about the King's Speech. Left out of the King's Speech, no mention of overseas. There they are, overseas, with the tower next to them. How did Harry feel about being left out of the speech? Oh, not fair. Justice in reverse. This is so unfair. It's so wrong. I could sue. Because it is the card of legal proceedings, the Justice card. This is another grievance. This is volume 2 of Spare. Right there. It's not fair. I'm working hard. I'm still on the royal website, although maybe not for long. Recent reading. I'm still working. I'm still doing my charity work. Rumour, according to Bookworm 2, that he's going to be doing his charity work in Africa next year. We're going to look at that. She had some quite interesting gossip, worth going and watching. One of her most recent videos for that gossip. And justice in reverse for him. It's not fair. It's in fact outrageous that I'm being ignored like this, left out in the cold. Typical. And on the phone to that ghostwriter. Let's start on volume 2. How did Megan feel being left out of the King's Speech? I don't think it's going to upset her at all. Look at the difference in energy. Fate in reverse, that's a Wheel of Fortune. In reverse, it's unfortunate for her. It's not unfortunate in the sense that Harry's got a big card of justice. She's also got Major Arcana. She's got the Wheel. It's called Fate in this tarot deck, but for her it's unfortunate because it's about monetizing herself. It's about her fame, her celebrity, her fortune, and this hasn't helped. Left out in the King's Speech. Oh dear, that's a blow. It's a blow. We've got to fix this, but it's not. Harry is outraged. That's the energy that's coming through for me with that Justice card in reverse. For her, it's more of, oh, damn it. That's another blow. That deal that I was about to sign, we keep hearing about those deals she's about to sign. Maybe that one's also going to fall through because they've been waiting to see if we managed to reconcile with the royals through Christmas. And oh dear, we didn't. Not that we really tried. So that's it. Quite different energy, but Major Arcana. So for her it was a blow, but a different kind of a blow to the one that Harry experienced. That's me, how I'm perceiving the energy from these cards. Homesick, want to go back, would like to be there next Christmas. Harry, does he really want to go back? Does this make him miss them all? We've got the Empress. That is strange energy because it's mother, it's the Queen. He missed that. It's made him homesick for that. Look at the trees in the background, that could be Balmoral. He misses and the river and things like that. He misses the comfort of those strong female energies in his life. Mother and the late Queen. That sort of grounding energy. The Empress is very much like the Queen of Coins. And it's interesting that that energy has duplicated itself in this reading. Because it is about mothers, children, childhood, comfort. Sorry about the sudden noise in the background if you've heard it. Mad person on a motorbike. But it is about that sense of security, about being in that mother energy, that very comforting energy. And that was what was really expressed even through male figures. Mike Tyndall, giving Prince George a kind of a comforting touch, and Prince William, a lot of touching, a lot of nurturing touches, making sure that the kids were okay. It's that kind of feeling. And I think it made Harry homesick for the place. The Empress can be a place, it can be a Britain, no reason why it can't, ruled for a very long time by a female monarch. So it can be missing home, missing the security of being with that mother energy. Megan, any interest in being back there? Fergie, as I say, was back in there. Page of Coins in reverse, and no, it's not worth it to her. It would be a contractual thing. It would be about money. It would be about the children. Can we exploit it somehow for the benefit of ourselves, our bank balance? Page of Coins is contracts, negotiations, those kinds of things. Talking about money, quite literally the Page of Coins, very much in these royal readings. Secondary energy, children. So it might be useful to slide the children in there at some stage. But I think she's seen that her children would be overshadowed by the others, because the others by now have such close relationships. You can't recoup that. You can't suddenly make that happen. So even if Archie and Lilibet were around next Christmas, they wouldn't have that closeness. It would be artificial, as a lot of people say about Archie. It would be fake, staged. It would be unconvincing. I think she realizes it, and I think she sees that it's got to be on her turf, on her terms, with that Sun card there, if she's going to get any benefit, any advantage out of these children. And I'm sure that is a motivating factor for her, because she has monetized and exploited every aspect of being royal, so why not the children too? And I have seen conflict between her and Harry about that consistently in the readings that I've done. So very different energy on the two sides of this reading. Harry's very miserable, 5 of Cups, overwhelmed, exhausted, despondent, 10 of Sticks in reverse, feels it very unfair to have been left out of the King's Speech, can't believe it, added to that sense of grievance, fueled it. I think he's going to do something about it, he's going to express it somehow, and probably motivate him for more court cases, more of that security stuff that's ongoing, more of that missing England, missing mummy, missing the Queen, the late Queen, missing that comfort and security that comes from mother. Very much about Catherine. This all revolves around Catherine. Meghan putting up this good pretense of we're happy, just the 4 of us. Oh, and Doria, and celebrating at home, very focused on her own fame and fortune. Bit of a setback being left out of the King's Speech there, with the Fate, the Wheel of Fortune card in reverse. That's a setback. And would she want to be there next year? Only if it was worth it financially, or she could be sure that her children would be center of attention, and she can't, not with that Page of Coins in reverse. That's all, of course, my opinion, and that's your reading, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.